any scientific question that vaccines cause autism.
This is completely false, and even though there are numerous studies that contradict this claim, controversy still remains. Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has repeatedly pointed to the statistics that show the prevalence of autism diagnoses have gone up from 1 in 5,000 children in the first studies in the 60s and 70s to the CDC's estimate of 1 in 31 children in a 2022 study. So what's really happening? Let's take a look at the study that first caused this controversy. In 1998, a doctor from the UK named Andrew Wakefield published a paper in The Lancet about 12 children, where 8 of them were reported to have developed autism after getting the MMR vaccine, or measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. And he traveled far to promote and spread his findings. But here's the problem. This data is fraudulent and misleading. First of all, the study is only done with 12 participants, so it's considered a case series. Case series are done to observe and report the condition of a group of patients with similar treatment or outcomes. These are only used to develop a question or hypothesis, not actually test one. These series have no control group, or baseline, for us to determine if a variable actually had an effect on the group. So whatever claims he makes are baseless. Second of all, Wakefield cherry-picked cases, meaning he only presented evidence that backs his claim instead of considering the whole evidence like a researcher should. This introduced bias in the study, and he forgot that correlation does not equal causation. And with such a small sample population, the data will be heavily skewed and inaccurate. The Lancet ended up retracting the study in 2010, and that year, Wakefield's medical license was revoked. Later on, many more studies with proper control groups were done, and they found no relationship between the MMR vaccine and autism. But the reason autism diagnoses are going up is because we now have more resources to recognize it, and now it's on a spectrum. In the past, autism was only diagnosed to patients with severe cases, like intellectual disabilities, so the criteria was much more restrictive. There was also a lack of awareness and understanding surrounding mental health and mental conditions, so the stigma prevented many from seeking a diagnosis. Now we diagnose based on many factors, and patients can have many different symptoms like repetitive behavior or social differences. We're still looking for answers on the causes, and recent studies have shown that genetics may play a large role in diagnosis. Now, I'm no doctor, but I can tell you this. Vaccines do not cause autism. And if you have or know someone with autism, you didn't catch it.